ever dreamed.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the first things a couple of years ago when you Shark Tanked me about Thrive15.com.
Yep.
And I said, oh, that's a fabulous idea where we can scale business coaching for people around the world.
Around the world.
And I looked at you and I said, well, what's your dream? What do you when this hits and does really well? What are you doing this for? And you were like,
Now, I will say this. I was at a time and place where financially all of our needs were met. And you're asking me a big question, like, what would you do when this thing takes off?
And you didn't. You have an answer. I just went, psh, psh, and I said, before we do anything, you get the answer to that question.
But you got a chance to check it out this week, and you saw the man cave.
Oh,
it's starting to come together.
Space.
The compound is starting to begin.
And I'm going to help Aubrey build that little tree house out in the back.
Are you pretty handy with tools?
No, but I know people.
Okay.
I got people.
You're going to send over a team of guys.
Handy with tools. Do I look like a dude handy with tools?
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you this.
Really?
Drivers, let me tell you this. The business coach, what they're going to do, though, is they're going to help you get those answers to the questions you didn't even know you had. So here's a question that a business coach would help you find the answer to. And I'm going to go ahead and give it to you now. Okay. This is a notable quotable from Michael Gerber. And he says, if your business depends on you, do you own the business or do you own a job? See right there? See, that's a question.
Wow.
So Michael Gerber, he's the best-selling author of The E-Myth, and he says, again, if your business depends on you. So here's an example. Back in the day, I used to own DJ Connection. When it was me and two guys, I used to DJ every show.
Every show.
I DJ'd it. My name's Clay Clark. I'm the founder of DJ Connection. You book DJ Connection. You book DJ Clay because I'm DJ Connection. Bam, bam, boom.
Dude.
I was excited.
Yeah.
I said, I'm
and you're
personally
good.
every event. Yeah,
you were good.
And people would say, you're good. I'd book myself again. So I had a team of minions who would then, one guy would do the paperwork. One guy would answer the phone.
Hello.
One guy would make the CD. One guy would look at me and go, you can do it. You can do it. You're the best. But it's like four dudes and me DJing all the time.
Yeah,
6-7 days a week.
You were like the man.
It was like the Wu-Tang Clan, but one guy had the mic.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
And so the thing was that I didn't realize that I had not built a business, but I built a job.
Yeah, you built a job with 3 cheerleaders.
Z, please explain the difference between a business and a job.
Are you working in it or are you working on it? That's taking it to the next level. Because if nobody else knows, if nobody on your team knows how to do the thing you're doing right now, then guess what? You're working in it and not on it. We want to give you, through this show, we want to give you time freedom. We want to give you financial freedom.
Oh, man.
And the only way you do that is to build your business beyond what you can just do yourself.
And I'm telling you this, Thrivers, when we've coached businesses one-on-one for years. We, as in the Thrive 15 team, before Thrive 15, I did it through my other business called Make Your Life Epic. I've coached a lot of Tulsa's top businesses. I've worked with Hewlett-Packard. I've worked with O'Reilly Auto Parts. I've worked with Maytag University. I've worked with Farmers Insurance. I've worked with Valspar Paint, Chevron, et cetera. And I only mention this to say we know what we're doing.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
And when the business coach begins to ask you questions that you never even knew existed, one of the things a good business coach will ask you, he's going to force you to clarify your vision so that you can begin to make better decisions upon your strategies and the systems you're doing. So I'm going to give you an example. Z, do you know why I typically don't, as a general rule, like to do speaking events? Do you know why that is?
I don't know why.
Well, my vision for my life, I'm just telling you, you've been on a plane with me before. I'm like a foot tapper. I'm like the stewardess.
You're
is like,
horrible travel partner.
The person's like
You're horrible.
The stewardess.
And a horrible driver, by the way.
The stewardess is like, does anyone? It's like 5 a.m. Attention passengers, we're on a flight yada yada headed to Houston, and if anybody would like an alcoholic beverage, it is 5 a.m, but we'll make that available for you. And I'm like, I got it right here.
I got it. Vodka cranberry.
Give me a vodka cranberry because I just can't. I get motion sickness.
You're the worst.
I get OCD sickness where I'm like, why is there not the exact allotted amount of room for me? Where's my stapler? Where's my to-do list?
Where's my to-do list?
I can't handle it. But I'm saying is that it's hard for me. Seriously, it causes me anxiety when I travel. And so all I'm saying is my vision, years ago, I realized my vision is not to travel.
Yeah.
So it's okay, but I had to my wife kind of helped me clarify that. But when I was talking to a guy who at the time was mentoring me, I realized, what am I doing? I'm good at speaking. I do that for a living.
Yeah.
But I don't like traveling.
Yeah.
I got to quit doing
that. When they want you to come talk, they want you to come talk at their place.
Yeah, so I've got one more event coming up here at Caesar's Palace in Vegas. Who
are you giving the speech to this time?
This is going to be it's a department of the United States government. It's the Food and Drug Administration.
Oh, this ought to be exciting.
And the thing is that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to bring it, then I'm dropping the mic. It's shoop, poof, done.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
That's the last one I'm going to do on the road.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, so it's
But
just
if they come to our in-person workshops, they will see your magic. They will see your magic in person.
It's like Jim Gaffigan meets a very specific, actionable business coaching session. I mean, it's kind of the vibe. And the thing is, you and I like to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I
thought it was more like the Jim Carrey of business education.
That's what they said in Yahoo. I was the Jim Carrey of business education. I don't know. I think more.
Is that like the Jim Carrey of Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Or is that the Jim Carrey of
no common
liar
sense?
Or
yeah. Now here's the deal, Thrivers. When you come back, we're going to be talking to you about super move number 3 as relates to business coaching. Reason number 3 why you need a business coach.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your inspiration station, your audio dojo of mojo. It's like a virtual library of business. It's business school without the BS. And yes, my name is Clay Clark, the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, in your ear, broadcasting live here from the left coast of the Arkansas River within the beautiful confines of the friendly Thrive15.com world headquarters and inside the box that rocks on this majestic microphone here. Dr. Z, Dr. Zellner, how are you, sir?
I am fantastic. And you know what I was just thinking? I thought, how's he going to introduce me now? And you did really a short one on that one.
Yeah, I stuck it
Dr.
in.
Z, just boom, boom. But, it was funny because people will meet me and they'll go, you have an auto auction? I thought you were an optometrist. And they do that, and you have this, you have that. How'd you do that? Why can't you, and here's the thing, folks. If you're an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur, okay? Number one. And number two, don't let people paint you in a little corner and put you in a little corner. Oh, you're just an electrician. How on earth could you ever think that you would own a big electrician company? Oh, you're just a plumber. Why do you think you got to own your own business?
As an example of what you're talking about, but not the way you intended it.
Yeah.
I have been labeled as a very pasty male.
Because
if you look at me, I'm a pale male.
You are. I don't think this as the sun. When was the last time you were out in the sun?
It's been years.
Yeah.
So people look at me and they go, "You are one pale male. Do you ever go outside?" And I say, "No."
No.
But here's the thing: is I wanted to throw up those labels here. I didn't have a coach, Z.
Yeah.
I want to throw up those labels. So my wife and I, we go out to what's the island off the Texas? It's South Padre Island.
Yeah, South Padre.
Booked one of those quick trips on a Southwest Airlines fly down there. Shoof, land there.
Oh yeah.
I get out and I'm like, I'm going to walk on the beach. Take off my shirt, walking down that beach. Didn't have a coach. Didn't have someone teaching me about sunscreen and various things. People say, "You're a pale male. You should probably." My wife says, "Baby, you really need to cover up. Fair skin, not a freckle in my body.
Yeah.
Not a freckle on my body.
Yeah.
Just this pale male, pure, smooth
straight,
butter skin.
like the driven snow."
Yeah. So anyway, we're walking around and all of a sudden I'm like, ow. I put my shirt on. I'm like, oh gosh. Whoa. So we get back to the hotel room and I am peeling like a Poland peel, dude. It is sick. And I tell you what, I got freckles over my back now and I'm never going outside again without my shirt on. I tell you what. I have no. So listen to this, Thrivers. We're talking about business coaching and why everybody listening, whether you hire the Thrive15.com team or not, you need a business coach. This third justification is everybody who has a business, you need accountability.
Accountability.
So I'm going to go ahead and read off to you a notable quotable from Gino Wickman. Gino Wickman is the author of a book called Traction, and his program is actually a program that it's pretty expensive. So these business coaching programs could cost $7,000, $8,000.
Oh yeah, they're expensive.
$1 a month. Now, by the way, the Thrive 15 program is $1,500 a month. This just in. But here's the thing. He says this: you got to clarify your vision, and you will make better decisions about people, processes, finances, strategies, and customers. He goes on to say. So once you've clarified the vision, he goes on to say, most people are sitting on their own diamond mines. The surest way is to lose your diamond mind is to get bored, become over-ambitious, or to start thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Find your core focus and stick to it and devote your time and resources to excelling at it. And he goes on, one more thing. He says, what gets measured gets done. Boom. Gino Wickman, sick.
Gino Wickman's so right. And that's what you see so many times, that people are like, hey, I'm good at this, but I'm gonna, put this in there, and I'm gonna have a med spa and then have a bookstore in there too, because
we're gonna sell books,
and then I'm gonna put a coffee cart in there because people like to drink coffee.
Here was my thinking that Davini and I put into this. All right, so it's like people all drive a car, right?
Yeah.
Right, Z?
Yeah.
So people in a car, they pull in with the car. When you're in your car and you're getting your oil changed, what are you doing? Nothing, right?
Nothing.
So you get your hair chopped by a dude in the shop, so it's called the lube shop and chop mop, boom. It's like there, boom. And then when you're waiting to get your mop chopped, what are you going to do? You get something to eat.
Well, yeah.
So we got paninis.
We got paninis at the coffee store in the lube
We've
store.
combined what we would call all three. It's called the holy trifecta. Some would
Yeah.
call it the Trinity. We're not sacrilegious. We would not call it that. But I call it the trifecta of lube, hair, and paninis.
Yeah, it's
I mean, that's what people do.
yeah, we call it luberinis. So
Luberinis.
yeah.
You go on in there to
Yeah.
Luberinis.
You come in to luberinis, and we're going to get you fixed up. So.
And the thing is that we oil up the paninis, we oil up your hair, we oil up your car, we do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everyone goes home with the wet look.
Yeah, look at your panini. We give you all the dipping oil.
I don't care what if you want the wet look or the dry look. You get the wet look every time.
Yeah, and that's what you see so much is that, a lot of people have a hard time mastering the one thing. And if you get that one thing mastered, folks, let's just make that repeatable. Let's make that scalable. Let's make that to where you can do it. This idea that you can't have quality and quantity is just drives me crazy.
Repeatable. How repeatable does it have to be, my friend? How repeatable?
It has to be so repeatable that when you're in Hawaii, and you got your little flowered shirt on, maybe a little grass skirt. You're getting a serving of a freshly roasted pig over the luau.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to worry about what's going on at your Luberini store back home.
Would you actually build a script for someone to answer the phone that detailed?
No, you teach them once and they should remember it.
Are you actually going to invest in a checklist?
No, absolutely not, because that takes away freedoms and people.
Do you actually?
People like that inspiration. I like to do things on the fly.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you the question. I want you to answer the question because I want you to be honest on the air.
Okay.
Would you actually go as far as to say you might even pre-write an email or a text message communication that was sent out from your business?
I wouldn't paint my people in a box like that. I mean, that's just you stifle the creativity.
So if you were going to build your own business, you would actually build these systems. Is that what you would do?
Absolutely. And then you have to do it. That makes them repeatable. And then what you do, it's a lot easier. You can hire quality people. You've got the system in place. You've got the script. You've got the checklist. You've got the pattern. You've got the skeleton in place. And then what you do is you just have them say, now just repeat this.
Now, Thrivers, when we come back, we're going to be talking about super move number 4 of a business coach. The reason number 4 you want a business coach, and that is because a business coach will help you create time freedom and financial freedom. Time freedom and financial freedom. Stay tuned. Thrive Time Show.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Inspiration Station. Do not change that dial. You're going to want to stick around for a while because I'm telling you what, my name's not Kyle. My name's Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year and a man who always wants to keep a low profile. A man who he's kind of off the grid almost. It's like he's sort of sneaky. He's kind of mysterious. He comes in, he goes out. He's a very successful entrepreneur. You've seen his name, his sign all over Tulsa, but it's hard to see him. When you see him, you go, he's got shorts on. He has a soccer jersey on. It must be Dr. Zillner. Sir, how are you?
I am fantastic. And you know what?
Chicken butt.
That's exactly right. I'll tell you what. I went to your house for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
This last weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And unbelievable. You've got a compound going on.
We're working on it, man. We're working on it. We're working on the compound.
You've got the wall structure kind of going up.
I'm trying to convince you
trees to grow up so no one can see you.
I'm trying to convince you to buy the 28. It's kind of a passive-aggressive thing where I just want to mention it. There's
Yeah.
28 acres right there behind.
Did you say 28 or 20?
There's 28, I believe.
28.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you should get that acreage
That makes a
right
whole
behind.
different deal.
You should get that acreage right behind our house there. The only way to get to it would be to basically drive through our property. That would create a personal bond that we would always have because you would always have to drive through the property. That's
the compound or sneak in somehow, right?
Yeah, but I'm being serious, Thrivers. Listen, everybody has their own definition of financial freedom and time freedom, but a coach can help you achieve financial freedom. So I've made a list of 3 things that I enjoy about my time freedom. Z's made a list of a few things he enjoys about his time freedom. I will start with my list.
Okie dokie.
1 is I really enjoy being able to tell certain people to go away.
Just go away.
I love the idea that I don't, because as an example, We have a client we're working with right now who's super kind, super generous. We've worked with the same business coaching client for almost 9 years.
Oh, that's nice.
Things are great.
Things are great.
And you know why I'm working with that client? Because I fired another one to get to this client years ago.
Yeah.
So I was working with another client, and the client was being